Welcome to Bemidji, Minnesota, the land of 10,000 lakes, for the third and final round of the MaxAttack two-wheel drive championship. The competition promises to be exciting, with many of the top teams from their previous rounds making the trip to compete in the final round for their share of the $5,000 purse and with hopes of taking home the Jake Himes Cup. Jake Himes was one of the founders of MaxAttack. Jake was known for his flat-out driving style and his dedication to the sport and his charismatic nature. We lost Jake to cancer when he was just in his prime. Jake would be proud how strong the series continued to grow in his name and the intense rally battles that ensue each year as drivers battle for the handcrafted Jake Himes Cup. Day one of the Ojibwe Forest Rally started out with a park expose and a short spectator stage for the locals. The crews then continued out to the forest for leg one. The first three forest stages covered just under 30 competitive miles. Most of the drivers were flat out from the very start. Winners of round two in Maine, Chris Duplessis and co-driver Catherine Woods, were absolutely impressive on the opening stages. Unfortunately, Chris lost 4 to 5 minutes on stage 3 with a broken relay, but he was obviously pushing hard to catch back the time. He's out of the top 8, but with the stage times he's setting, he'll be expected to climb back up the leaderboard over the weekend. The big question will be how far he can get. Chris said his new engine with a Tektronix tuning cylinder head is brilliant and the car is faster than ever. Chad Eisenberger and Ben Slocum finished in third in Maine at round 2. The team are looking good and are hoping to do well at this event. Jen and Jody Zedril drove down from Canada specifically for MaxAttack. They are looking quick, despite claiming that they are trying to save the car. The team is competing at Rally Duffy in Canada just 2 weekends from now. The team is sitting in 4th place in MaxAttack after the first 4 stages. Mark Utek and Rob Bonner an especially prepared 2010 Ford Mustang. This car was converted from a drag race car to a rally car in just over a month. Ford has given the car to Mark to drive for this event, and despite the lack of proper suspension or brakes, Mark is making the most of it. All the fans and spectators are really hoping this becomes more than a one-off race, and we'll see more of the 2010 Mustang in the future. Mark's ended the leg in 3rd place in MaxAttack going into the first service. Wyatt Knox and Martin Headland pushed their Team O'Neill Mazda 3 into 2nd place after the first 3 stages. The crew took 2nd place at round 2 in New England last month and are pushing hard to try to improve their position this event and possibly take home the Jake Himes Cup. Lachlan O'Sullivan and Karen Wagner are making just their 2nd appearance together in the Dodge Neon SRT4. As they did at round 1 in Idaho, the team have come out and charged their way into 1st place from the start. Lachlan has promised to keep pushing throughout the weekend, despite having a few mechanical issues with their drive shafts. So after 4 stages, the top 5 are only separated by a mere minute and a half. Leg 2 will be all-night stages and has the epic 22-mile Paul Bunyan stage. With 35 miles on Leg 2, no one in the top 8 are secure in their positions. It's guaranteed that all drivers will have to be at maximum attack during these stages if they want to have a chance at taking home some of the $5,000 purse. Night stages are brilliant and provide a different challenge to all the crews. Matt Bashore and Kim DeMott capitalized on a DNF from Chad Eisenberger to climb up to 5th place over these 3 stages. Jan and Jody Zedro ran consistently and held on to 4th going into day 2 and said the car is performing flawlessly. Wyatt Knox lost some time and 2nd place with this error on stage 7. Wyatt will have to push hard tomorrow if he wants to climb back up to 2nd place. Mark Utek appears to be coming to terms with his 2010 Ford Mustang. Mark was driving flat out and the Mustang looked and sounded absolutely brilliant as it screamed through the dark forests. Mark's climbed up to 2nd place and will likely be pushing hard to hang on to 2nd place tomorrow. The drive of the night, however, goes to Lachlan O'Sullivan and Karen Wagner. The team was tearing through the trees and were rewarded with a healthy lead on the rest of the field, and are now leading MaxAttack by over 2 minutes going into day 2.
We felt really good. That was the big stage of the event. It was a 22-miler, stage 5, the first stage out of service. And so that was the most important stage of the event, of course. And so we felt really good about it. Karen did a great job on the notes, and we were able to go real quick. And we kind of just, hopefully the long stage is a specialty of mine, if there are any specialties at all, and darkness. So you put them 2 together, and I really hope we got a good time there. We have no idea how we did, but we feel really good about those last 3 stages.
So a final look at the leaderboard after day 1. Mark Utek managed to bump Wyatt Knox out of 2nd, but with under 30 seconds between the two, this will be a battle to watch on day 2. Matt Bashore moved up a spot thanks to Chad Eisenberger's problems. Chris Duplessis drove flat out throughout all the stages and has made it up to 6th place. You can be guaranteed that no driver in front of Chris will feel secure in their placement at this point. Paul Cole encountered a ditch on stage 15, while Chris Greenhouse lost power steering during the night stages. Paul came out ahead by the end of the night, but only 40 seconds separate 7th and 8th place. With how tight, twisty, and narrow these Minnesota stages are, though, anything can happen on day 2. Fans can follow the rally live at www.rally-america.com for stage times and live updates. Until tomorrow, this has been Grant Hughes with No Coast Productions.